know now more than ever that we need a space to be rooted in healing. And we know that because we are raising Black neurodivergent children during this time.
As the co-founders of Autism and Black, we realized 8 years ago that there really wasn't a space for us to feel safe, for us to take care of our children, and more importantly, for the community to come together.
So we invite you into our space, a space of healing, for the 6th Annual Autism in Black Conference. I'm Maria Davis-Pierre. I'm the CEO and founder of Autism in Black.
AIB communities, yours truly, Dr. Barry Pierre, the co-founder of Autism in Black, and I welcome you to West Palm Beach, Florida, to join me on the 6th Annual Autism in Black Conference.
Happening here in West Palm Beach, Florida, April 17th through the 19th. If you are a Black autistic adult, professional, or parent, we want to welcome you into this space. Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. I am Maria Davis-Pierre, the CEO and founder of Autism in Black, and welcome to the Vision to Venue series. And I'm here with the individual that I happen to be married to.
What's going on, AIB community? This is my partner in business, Maria Davis-Pierre, co-founder of Autism in Black. Welcome to another episode for the Vision to Venue series. I think we're on episode 30.
39.
39, y'all. Woo, let's go.
What does partner in business mean?
Partner in business, co-founder. That's the co-founder over there, y'all. Co-founder of Autism in Black.
Yes. So welcome to our Vision to Venue series, where we give you a behind the scenes look at what it takes to take our vision for the 6th Annual Autism in Black Conference and bring it to the venue happening next week, April 17th through the 19th. That means next Friday through Sunday. We will be doing the 6th Annual Autism in Black Conference, and we want you in the room. So before we get into today's episode, one, if you are watching us live, drop down in the comments where you're watching from so we can shout you out. And as per usual, I am throwing it to my business partner so that he can let us know how far we are with our YouTube goal.
Y'all, first of all, again, if this is your first time catching the live, we put all of our episodes on our YouTube channel, right? So y'all can always catch every repeat episode. Not only can you catch the episodes, you can catch podcast episodes, Mindful Mondays episodes whenever she starts doing those again, right? You can catch all of those on our YouTube channel. It is at 691 subscribers, man. Y'all been absolutely phenomenal. Definitely continue to keep showing us love over there. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell button, and then head back over to your favorite social media platform if YouTube isn't one of your favorites. We appreciate y'all. Love all the support that our YouTube audience has been showing and rocking. Our goal is to get to 1,000 before the conference, right? So y'all got about a little bit over a week to get over to 1,000. Let's go.
Let's do it. We were supposed to take them to the actual convention center to show them where the setup.
I like that. Let's okay. We got ideas for either this week or next week. I love it. We'll put that out there.
Business partner, you're slacking.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Barry, for letting us know our goal. And with our Vision to Venue series, we usually cover a topic the entire week, and each day is set aside for a different perspective of that topic. Since we are in that operational sprint, meaning conference is next week, next Friday through Sunday, get your tickets, drop conference in the chat, and you'll be sent right to that registration page. With it being our operational sprint, and we are really doing all of the last minute things, we are talking about kind of a hodgepodge of things this week. Today, we cover operations. So what we are focusing on today is really run of show and what that looks like, and tightening that up, knowing that our conference is next week. So tightening up that run of show, ensuring that everybody who needs the run a show has the run a show. And what does that look like and things of that nature. So would you like to kick it off, Dr. Berry, or do you want me to? Or
no, you can kind of start the introduction process, and I'll kind of weave myself in where we need to be weaved in.
Okay, sorry, that's my timer there. Oh, so yes, guys, I'm tired. I ain't gonna lie to you. Your girl is tired. We got conference winding down. We're in that high stress time. Dr. Berry is working my last good nerve because he can't take
Every
nothing.
single one of them.
He can't take nothing serious. And I'm in the zone of, sir, you out here stressing me out. You out here doing the most. I can't. So your girl's a little tired today. So
right. And I think that's a good thing, especially when we think about operational, because a lot of times, especially for those content creators who are, planning to do things, right? Whether it be an event, whether it be virtual, online, whether it be in person, right? Little pop-ups, whatever the thing is, recognizing that you almost have to have your yin and your yang, right? You got to have someone who's going to be super stressful for no reason. You got to have a person who's going to not going to allow the stress, right, to mess up the day, right? Because what I always say is that regardless of whether you're stressed or not, the action has to occur, right? So if the thing has to happen, you might as well do it in the most happy state as possible, right? I take care of a lot of patients in the hospital who are stressed out, right? They let the weight of the world, right, put them in the hospital, right? And then it affects them clinically, affects them psychologically. So you just got to understand that at the end of the day, the work still's got to happen, right? So you might as well do it at the most calm and appropriate state as possible, right? Don't let the negativity seep in, right? Y'all know how those negative folks be getting into you, and they try to whisper in your ear. We don't let the negative folks whisper, right?
Who's we negative person, because it sounds like you speaking from some experience over here. Put a name on it. What Monique told Charlamagne the guy, put a name on it or keep it on the playground.
We don't let the negative folks get in our ear. Don't let that affect.
Put a name on it or keep it on the playground, buddy.
We don't let the negative
folks. This way for you. I'm the other way.
Oh, that's weird. That's why. Why is that? That's crazy. I guess because it's a mirror, maybe. I guess it's the let me see. Let's see how we look on Instagram. Let's see how we look on Instagram.
Man, please. So yes. I am extremely stressed. Dr. Berry you gotta turn the volume on.
Okay. Yeah, it's weird.
Very always very calm, always very, it's gonna get done. So I don't know why you're stressing. And for me, I'm stressing because it's a lot. It is a lot planning an event. It's a lot when you're getting bills that need to be paid, and everybody at this point where we are in the conference, everybody is wanting their last deposit. So there's a lot of bills that are happening currently as we speak. And that is also very stressful, because we talked about finances that week, and we always want to be in the black. We don't want to be in the red. We don't want to, be out here making crazy financial decisions. So this is a time that is very stressful in event planning, because this is the time where people are wanting the other half of their deposits. They're wanting the rest so that they can finalize and do what they need to do as well. So for me, those kind of big bills are stressful to have to pay. And Dr. Berry's we got to pay them. So what is it? So that is what's going on a little bit of behind the scenes operation wise, is that, we're at the sprint of people wanting their money. So I'm stressed. And we're also at the sprint of everybody wanting to know pieces of where they need to be, which is why that run a show is important, right? Because within the runner, you have the runner show. We know what time a session begins, when a break happens, but it's also detailed minute by minute. So if a speaker session starts at 9 o'clock, this is just an example because we're doing the opening at 9, so a speaker's not getting on stage at 9. But if a speaker session starts at 9, they have to be there before 9 because they have to get mic'd up. They have to make sure that, you know, they are there early so that they can walk out to their entrance song. Any issues, you know, that we may have, we have them there before 9 so that once 9 hits, they are actually on the stage gearing up to do what they need to do. And that's how you kind of run that tight ship. If a speaker gets there right at the time their session begins, we're behind, we're late, we are rushing, things of that nature, right? And it's also why our speakers have their own prompter in front of them. So their prompter looks different from what all attendees see. So the attendees see their actual, you know, PowerPoint slides or whatever they have on the screens that they're sharing, but in front of them, there's a big clock that is going and winding down and letting them know you got to be off this stage at this time. Mm-hmm. And our event planner is very strict with those timers because the runner show is very strict. You guys, if you've never done an event, when you have F&B, food and beverage, if we are having a lunch at a certain time, they bring that lunch out to set it up, to have it ready for that time. If we go over our time limit, the food can get cold. If we go over by a certain number, they can't serve us the food because it's been out too long. And they have to then abide by their guidelines of food handling and take the food away. So the run of show is extremely important because we have to be on time and on cue for a lot of things, because it will impact other things within the schedule, not only food and beverage, but the next person speaking, the time that we need to leave and be out of there, because, you know, you are contracted for certain times. And if you're staying over, that's more money I got to pay, right? So the run of show is extremely important, and it's finalized, but we're making sure everybody has their copy and what they need to see to know where we need to be and at what time and those things. So not only do the speakers have that timer in front of them, our event planner also has time cards in the back to be like, you got 5 minutes. It's time to get off the stage. We about to come up there. And luckily, we haven't had it happen to where we actually have to cut somebody off. Usually, with our Autism in Black speakers, it cuts into the Q&A time. So a lot of times we only get to have like 1 or 2 Q&A questions, but we have tried to finagle and figure that out this year. So we have a little trick up our sleeve, which I can't say until after the event is over, because then the speakers would know, and then our timing would be off.
I love that. And I think what I like is, especially with this Vision to Venue series, is sometimes kind of giving the behind the scenes approach allows people to kind of appreciate things a little bit more, right? Because like we all, oh, hey Cheryl, what's going on? Cheryl, how you doing?
I don't see Cheryl's comment. You see it on your side?
Yeah. I see Cheryl.
Ava. Hi, Ava. Yes, Ava says, thank you for organizing such an impactful event. I'd love to attend at some point. Join us, Ava. We got in-person and virtual tickets. You drop conference in the chat, we'll send you right to the registration page.
So I think a lot of times, you know, especially we've all been watching TV where when the let's say the actor or the musician like wins the award, and you know they're speaking, that, you know, they're giving their thanks to everyone, and then they cue that music. And of course, when you're on the outside looking in, you're like, oh, come on, that's mean. Like, why would you rush him off the stage? Mm-hmm. And now that I'm on the other side, I understand what's going on here, right? Because I understand that, like, hey, like there's like defined times where Like, hey, you give the award during this time. You announce the winner. You allow the winner to come up. The winner says their piece, and then you got to keep it moving, especially when they're playing with like TV commercial. They're playing with bigger things than we're playing with, for sure. So like I understand that, like when I see it now, and then of course once we started doing our in-person conference, because I don't now think we probably should run the our virtual was kind of the same way. How important it is to really be kind of very regimented and understanding that, like, all right, this has to go in this time here. This person has to start at this time here. The music has to cue on this time here. We got to get them to lunch and get them back from lunch to this time here. Like all these things just kind of make sense when you're on the other side, right? When you're just a conference goer, you're just enjoying it. You're like, hey, when's lunch? When are we eating? Oh, I see they setting up food, not realizing that there's a showrunner, there's an organizer behind that, who's making sure that all of these things happen to really, again, to make the experience of the conference goer the best it can be, right? And that's how we know we're doing a great job, when the conference goer doesn't even recognize it. Conference goer just kind of they're just kind of there, right? Like last year we had all these things and all these stuff that had to be moved, but it didn't matter. For if you were just attending the conference, you wouldn't have known that, like, oh, that wasn't supposed to happen at that time. And that's, I think, the beauty of having that organizational process leading into it, so that you do have some wiggle room to kind of maneuver while still, providing such an amazing experience for your audience.
Exactly. And even so, last year we didn't have breaks. So we didn't put breaks into our actual schedule last year outside of lunch, because that was the only break we were used to adding in at that point. So, understanding that, people actually, especially when you're in person, people need, hey, we're doing a live. These kids are home. These kids are home. Understanding that when you're in person, people need to get up, stretch your legs, walk around, because when you are watching virtually, I can do those things and not be interrupted with the program of what's going on. When you're in person, it's a different beast, right? So last year we had to, on the spot, change a lot of the run of show in adding in breaks, but adding in breaks without taking time away from speakers, without taking time away from important aspects. And our event planner did that. The speakers still got their time, but she made sure that the breaks were in there. Like Cheryl knows our kids. She said, which one was that? It was the boy, Cheryl. It was the boy child. So doing those things. So now in this year's schedule, we have breaks already put into our run of show. And we made sure that the breaks were also vending opportunities. So last year, the vendors were, of course, there. They were, but we didn't have scheduled times for people to actually say, hey, go and support our vendors because they're here. They have great products. This year, we have that built into the schedule. Go and support the vendors who are here with all of their wonderful items. They're supporting our community, so we want to support and pour into them. Exactly. So we also extended the lunchtime, because last year we did about 45 minutes. And of course, our VIPs get lunch. So they're right there. They finish, they go back in the room. But for those who had to actually leave and go and get lunch, they missed a little bit of the next session. So we went from 45-minute lunch to now a 75-minute lunch to give people time to get their food, get a quick bite and eat if they have to leave from the actual conference to go right. And we're in a place where all they have to do is walk 10 steps.
Yeah, they got to walk across the street, plenty of food places there, but you may need about 5 to 10 minutes to get there, another 5 to 10 minutes to sit down and order and wait for food. So, it's like I said, it's a great spot.
We are in the heart of the city. We're right across from City Place. City Place has over 30 restaurants in itself. And then we're also in Palm Beach, where down that road you can go and get all types of food. Cheryl talking about and take a nap.
Yeah, hey,
Some people that might be what they do. I know I've been to many a conference, and lunchtime I went back to that room and rested and got my mind right. So extending that lunchtime was important. One thing for us, we didn't want to have a jam-packed schedule, just learning. We wanted to understand that for some, this may be a vacation where they have gotten away from their children and they want some downtime. So we've tried to make a schedule that allows for those things. You get your learning, you get your fun. And I know
no judgment, y'all.
No judgment, because I would tell y'all,
I understand.
We actually polled when we knew we were moving to in-person, we actually polled our community, to our paid membership community. If you drop community in the chat, you can get a registration page and join our community. But we actually polled our community to see if people wanted to bring their kids or not. And our community overwhelmingly said, we don't want to bring those kids. We want something that is for us. So that is another reason why we don't have anybody under 14, minus the licensing and insurance, which we had no idea about. So happily, they gave us the right anyway. So this is a downtime for a lot of people. So we want to make sure that that schedule allows for that nice balance of learning, but also community, and also being able to explore and get some of that vacation in. We're in a prime location where there's the beach, there's City Place, there's all these things. And if you're coming in from a state where it's cold, where the weather is not what we're experiencing, 80 degrees, nice and sunny, then, this is a vacation, right? So we want to ensure that the schedule allows for those things.
Yeah, no, I couldn't say it better myself, especially for, that the flow of it, right? Because obviously there's going to be, because what tends to happen, especially because we have a lot of killers when it comes to our speakers, right? So you guys are going to be so enamored with the speakers that a lot of times it's kind of me that we try to avoid the kind of information overload, right? Where you're just getting information. That's why having the Q&As prepped up, ready to go, and block times, right? Because how many of y'all have been to a conference where the speaker was amazing, but you didn't even have a time to ask your question, right? Mm-hmm. That speaker went right up to that last maybe 2 minutes of questions. And then y'all already know how some of y'all conference goers go. That first person who get a question, they want to try to combine 3 questions into one. So all of a sudden you can't even get your question asked. So you'll be ready to go, but you can't even get the question that you got, right? So we want to make sure that when you get the speakers, when you get the information, you get to be able to ask some questions. You get to be able to go to break and not feel like I done missed the whole world because I went to break. You get able to go to lunch, especially for my virtuals, right? Because we're looking at y'all virtual folks, right? Because I know we got a lot of people coming through virtual wise, right? Yes. Trust me, we y'all got y'all breaks. I promise. We not doing that no more. Y'all got break time. There's Q&A time. I'm going to be on the online virtuals. I'm being back in the virtual groups with y'all, right? So we're going to have a good old time. It's going to be a good old time.
Exactly. And we actually balance it. The AV team actually holds up a card that says Zoom, and that's how the speaker knows there is a Zoom question. So if you are virtual, don't feel like you can't ask questions. We have it set up to where we're engaging with you all. You're included if there is a activity that's happening in the room. It's activity that can also be done with you virtually.
Yes. Do not hesitate to ask those questions. Your questions will be answered.
They will be answered.
Do not hesitate to ask a question. Like I said, because we are, well, at least this year, we're doing it live, right? So it's going to be like y'all watching it as it's going. So please do not hesitate to get them questions asked.
Exactly. And we also, when it is break time and vendor time, the virtual people will be ushered to our conference portal where the vendors have all their information, and you can shop there, peruse, all of their stuff, and connect with them inside. So we have made it to where, whether you're in person or virtual, some of the experiences are going to translate for both. Obviously, we have, head wrap PJs and head wraps for in-person VIPs, and then Black Family Game Night for all attendees that are in person, and that doesn't translate well to virtual. So your virtual people will be,
we'll have some behind the scenes videos that we'll probably post on the community page somewhere. But like, yeah, you just got some things you just got to be there, y'all.
You got to be in the room, and you want to be in the room this year, okay? Because things may change next year. Things may be a little different.
Right. So we're gonna have a good old time.
So be in here. Get your ticket. We got one VIP in-person ticket left, I believe. 4 vendors, if you're interested in being a vendor. We have a full setup. Cheryl tells me I don't talk enough about the open bar that's happening. Look, she put it in there. She put it in there. She tells me I don't talk enough about the open bar that we're having Saturday evening. So you get some drinks on us. You get to, there's going to be a lot of food. Last year we had so much food that we were literally trying to give our attendees take-home plates and didn't have no plates. This year I've ordered plates. So we're going to make sure that if there's food left over, people are leaving with it. We have a full spread for dinner. There's going to be an ice cream bar and an open bar. So you get some drinks on us. You get some libations to be able to have a sip of your drink and play some dominoes or some spades and connect and network with one another during that time. And then go to bed and come back bright and early Sunday morning for breakfast with us to close out day 3 and listen to all of the important things that are to come with Autism in Black. So we have an amazing schedule. That run a show is tight, okay? Our event planner does not play. I don't even get the full detailed run a show because our event planner is also very protective of our mind frame and mind space and doesn't want us to get overwhelmed. So I just know the general run of show when people are speaking and things like that, but down to the detailed minute that she has and our AV, I don't get that. So, she protects our space, which I appreciate because doing an event is a lot. We have some other comments here. Nikki, hello from YouTube. Shout out to you. And then over here on IG, somebody told us.
Make sure you are subscribed and that notification bell is hit.
Yes. So on Instagram, we were told Happy Autism Awareness Month. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I hope y'all have got your tickets next week. Is it next week? Because I keep saying next week. Next week, y'all. Because it just seems so off because today is the 7th and the conference happens on the 17th, but it's just Tuesday. So next week, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we will be doing the Autism in Black Conference, 6th Annual Autism in Black Conference. And we want you there. Nikki says they are a new subscriber. Happy to have you. Yes. Happy to have you here as a new subscriber, Nikki. Check out our conference. If you're on YouTube, so it's not going to work. But if you go to autismblack.org/links, you can check out our conference that's happening the 17th through the 19th, the 6th annual one that we're doing. And we have virtual options and in-person options. And join us because we are going to be rooted in healing and in community, doing what we need to do to get through the next 3 years and change. Oh, Nikki, you already on it. Nikki, she said, I already got my ticket for the virtual. You already in the room, Nikki?
Let's go.
Shout us out in the chat when the conference is happening so we can chat with you during next week. I'm happy you got your ticket. We're going to have a good time. Oh, look. Jay says we're going to try to make it down to West Palm Beach for the event. Come and join us, Jay, please. I will say The last day to get in-person tickets is Tuesday. Next Tuesday. So if you're planning on attending in person, you have until the end of the day on the 14th to get those, because once my conference planner touches down here in West Palm Beach, which is next Tuesday, and begins to get
the numbers.
She gonna want the numbers, and we got to stick to the numbers. So Tuesday the 14th is the last day to get your in-person tickets, and then it's just virtual from there. Nikki said, this is using resources. I love it. Nikki says, I got a grant from the Autism Society of Baltimore to pay for my ticket. Resources, y'all. So listen, we know it's hard times out there. There are organizations who have grants, scholarships. If you are we've had a lot of programs actually pay for their clients to come to. We have one who every year she attends, her program pays for her ticket, and she attends, and she always tells us it's the highlight of her year that they pay for, and they pay early for her ticket to get her here, and they send an email and say, we paid for her ticket, switch over the name and the email so she gets her stuff, and that's how she attends. So there are resources out there to make sure that you can get a conference ticket. So check with the local organizations. If you are in certain programs, they will pay for you to for your ticket. So they can either go to the registration page and pay directly, or some of them actually just reach out to us for an invoice, and we do it that way. So let us know, and we'll make sure your ticket gets to you. Oh, VB2 Filmwork says, thank you all for all that you're doing. Thank you. We appreciate when we are appreciated. Ava says, I do if you are all approved. So yeah, she said her question was answered. Yes, check with your local organizations and have them reach out to support@autisminblack.org if they have questions, and our director of operations will make sure all those questions are answered and ensure if the organization can pay for the ticket, they'll make sure that ticket gets paid for. So we love to see the use of resources, and happy to have you with us, Nikki, for a weekend full of fun and surprises. Anything else, husband? Dr. Berry told my business at the beginning, because I was not really feeling him at the beginning of this video. At the beginning,
they didn't feel Jesus all the time either, man. Once you recognize that they ain't feel Jesus the whole time, like you can't even feel a way when a person don't feel you. Like it is what it is.
Please. Look at Cheryl. Cheryl says advocating for kids will pay for a virtual community. So I'm sure Cheryl's going to have me on her live or something at that point to ensure some of her followers or whatnot get the ticket. So I will connect with Cheryl, and then we'll talk about how that goes. Lashana, you see how he is cutting up over here, okay? Because if you caught the beginning, y'all would know I was not feeling this man. He had already upset me, and I was not trying. I wasn't even gonna do the live because I really wasn't feeling him, because he was getting on my last good nerve, as he does.
Threw stones at the Lord in Christ. It don't. You can't even feel away. You can't even feel away.
Barry, I can't. Every day you get up on this platform and show out. Every single day. Me and Cheryl talked about, we didn't know how you were going to cut up today, and I guess what it is. I guess this is what you're giving us today. So yeah, y'all, this is a part of business and working with your spouse. I'm not always feeling him. We don't always agree on decisions, and
it is. Well, it's reality. We don't live in Instagram world, right? Like Instagram shows you this, beautiful picture.
Perfect. Yeah, we're not perfect.
Not over here.
We're not perfect.
And
We
remember,
love each other. Don't get me wrong, because you say something to my man, then we're gonna have some problems.
remember, if you need a killer during your IEP meeting, Cheryl, that's the person to holler at.
Cheryl's very busy. We were just talking about that today. She is very busy because we're at the end of the school year.
Her price is going up, y'all. So if y'all don't get Cheryl,
does she know her price is going up?
Hey, I just told her. So if y'all don't get her now, if y'all don't lock the 2026 rates now, right, by summertime, right, it's gonna be difficult, right? So y'all know y'all got IEPs rolling up. School's about to end. Next school year is about to come. Y'all already know how these schools do when it comes to transition, right? Go get you an IEP killer. That's why I call Cheryl. Get you an IEP killer.
I'm gonna have to stop using killer on my platform. Call her something else.
Get her. So the price is up. The price is going up. So holler at her.
Oh, look, your petty partner in crime is agreeing with you. She said the price is going up.
Price is going up.
Y'all better get Cheryl. Y'all better get her. She's busy. We were talking about that today because schools are cutting up because it is the end of the school year. And for whatever reason, schools like to cut up at the end of the year. So if you want help with your IEP, you better go to somebody is asking, what does Cheryl help with? Consulting. Her business is advocating for kids. Cheryl's a speaker at all of our conferences. You can go to Advocating for Kids, her Instagram page, connect with her. She does IEP advocacy. She has a IEP advocacy membership that is opening up. She does speaking and training. She does a lot. So if you are needing help with making sure that your children are receiving what they need in the school, Cheryl Poe is the person that you need to be connecting with, because that's what she does. That's her specialty, especially for Black children, and ensuring that schools are not treating our children how they usually do.
Oh, yes. Hit us support at autismandblock.org if you need Cheryl's information.
Exactly.
Before the price goes up. Before the
you and your petty partner are just in tandem today. She said, tell him Dr. B about her price going up. So she's agreeing with you that her price is going up. So get her and make sure
that's what happen, right? Again, when we ain't tooting on our horn. When we have our speakers do our summits, do our conferences, and they get more notoriety, they get so busy that they have to raise their price because they're getting too busy. Right. So, so it is what it is. Right. So the community is out there.
Exactly. And Cheryl's actually one of our most, not just by us, because Cheryl's like Barry's favorite speaker at the conference, but she's actually a favorite with the audience as well. So if you want to get a vibe of what she does, get a ticket to the conference, see what she gives out and what she talks about, and then connect with her to make sure that your child isn't being ran over by the school system. Ava says, yes, get any additional accommodations implemented before the new school year starts so they can stay on track. It is important. I actually have an IEP, a 504 plan meeting for one of our children tomorrow. And then the day after the conference ends, I have an IEP meeting for a child. And at the end of the week, I have the IEP meeting for the other child. So it's IEP season. So fun time.
I ain't allowed to go to those, y'all, because
he's not allowed to go because he is too much of a pushover.
They say I'm too soft. I don't even know how that goes, but they say I'm too soft. I just get the report.
Pushover. That it's time. I don't have time to be nice in this. You're gonna have to do what you need to do for my kid, and he's too gentle and too. Oh well, maybe that's what they said. They can't. No, they could do it. They could do it. So we don't need him messing up the vibes that me and our attorney have set up in the room by coming in there being peacemaker. So he finds out after the the meetings, what went on and what happened. I don't have time for you in there to be getting schemed and scammed by them saying they can't do something. So yeah, he's not allowed. Maybe when they get to 12th grade and it's their last one, we'll let him attend. And look, Cheryl, about to tell your business. They do target him.
I was a victim, Cheryl. Talk to us, Cheryl. I was a victim.
Not you and your petty partner.
I'm like, oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Sure. You don't got homework. Again, AIB community. If the teacher tell you they don't do homework every day, like I would think it would make sense not to send a piece of paper saying I didn't do anything that day. I just thought it made sense.
First of all, it's notes that they were getting every day. And if you ain't teaching every day, why is my child at school? You're doing something. So I need to know what's going on. So yeah. Like Cheryl said, they see him coming and your child won't have no services. Exactly. Exactly. So that's why he's not, it's not that I'm mean and, oh no, you can't go. No, he can't go because he be in there messing up the vibe. And we've already curated the vibe. The vibe is tension. They need it. And they
tension. That's the vibe. It's tension.
That's the vibe with our middle school. With our elementary school, that's very low key because they're very great. The middle school, it is a lot of tension in there because they've messed up.
I be in the house. I be hearing it. I'm like, ooh, that Lori was going off a little bit.
Yeah, our Lori does not play.
I told you that. Whoa. I don't know who the lawyer thought she told, but clearly that person did not hear what she was told, and that lawyer had to remind her that I told you this last time. Why are we having a discussion this time? I told you this the last time. Oh man, yeah, that's not a combo for me.
Is why are we repeating ourselves? That's the confusion. Why are we repeating ourselves? Like Ava said, he would be the point of contact when okay, because they want him to be all, oh, whatever you say. No, you getting me. You get me. And when you get you want him to come in the room. You don't want me. So let's just do what we need to do. And I can stay in my lane, you stay in yours, and we just make sure these kids got what they need. So that's how our IEP meetings roll. Cheryl said it's Black History Month plus.
Yes.
Oh, it's been real, y'all. We're gonna be back tomorrow around the same time.
I was trying to say husband the same way.
Oh, see, Lashana, we have so much in common. Because why? Why do they act like that? That's why I'm like, sir, please, you messing up stuff. Now I got to send nasty emails to these people because you went in there being Mr. Nice Guy. So we've had nice spirited discussions about his role in our children's IEP space. And he gets it now. So we're in agreement. We're going to have some spirited discussions about this conference because I didn't get to finish my piece that I had to say to him before he started this live. So we're going to go finish our spirited discussion in regards to this conference. And if you guys want a recap of that, tune in tomorrow. Tune in tomorrow so we can talk about how Dr. Berry is going to get on my nerves until April 20th with his so calm demeanor. So with that, get your tickets, drop conference in the chat if you want to attend with us next week, Friday, Saturday, and Sundays, the 17th through the 19th. A lot of you I already know have your tickets, so you in the building. So we about to have some good old fun. Mm-hmm. So other than that, if you want to know about the different ticket tiers, you can go to the YouTube page and go to episode 13 of the Vision to Venue series, and that's where we detailed each and every ticket. There's one in-person VIP ticket left. All in-person tickets get stopped on the 14th, and it will just be virtual. So go ahead and grab those tickets because we want to see you all next week. We are in the final sprint. So enjoy your evening. I have a 7 p.m. that I got to get to. So Enjoy your evening, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Same time, same place.
Yeah,